NottagateOnline.com/livewire.
We have national champions in the studio, the Rocky Gorge Rugby Club, and joining us we have Erik Woodworth and Dustin Mehan. Erik is a prop, Dustin is a flanker. We'll figure out what the hell that is in
I want to
rugby.
be a hooker.
You are a hooker.
You're right next to me then.
Yeah,
You're right
I want to be
next to
right
me.
next to Erik.
We're going to be attached to the hip.
Yeah,
I used to be a hooker.
yeah. I bet you did pretty good, you good-looking son of a bitch. You're too good-looking to be a rugby player, though.
Yeah.
You don't get hit in the face a lot, do you?
Look how short he is, man. Nobody can get him.
I've kind of devoted myself to grow out this flowing hair, though.
Yeah, it's looking good, buddy. Now, let me ask you a couple questions. How old were you when you started playing rugby?
I was a sophomore in college.
Really?
Yeah, so I was probably 21.
And
when I started.
had you played other sports prior to that?
Yeah,
Would-
play football.
Is football tougher than rugby?
No.
Not even close.
Rugby hurts a lot more,
Not
doesn't
even
it?
close. I don't know if it's so much it hurts more. It's just the way you have to like physically condition yourself to be able to move for 80 minutes straight. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like imagine playing a soccer game, but except every time you guys came into contact with each other,
You were
both of
leveling.
you went to the ground
Yeah.
and tackled each other in the face.
Yeah, it's
So,
brutal.
It is pretty
Now,
brutal.
what level are you guys as far as a club team goes?
We're a Division II men's club.
They're pretty far up there.
So yeah, and we just last spring we did win the national championship and beat Wisconsin.
Wow.
Over in Glendale, Colorado, which was very
Congratulations.
exciting.
Where do you guys play?
Right in our home pitch is in Columbia, Maryland, right in the East Columbia Library. We actually have 3 different pitches there, and
Yeah.
we run tournaments and all types of stuff over there.
When do you take one? Like, when's your league night or what day or whatever?
Saturday is always a rugby day. Saturday.
Okay.
So if you were to go down there, you could see a rugby game.
Absolutely. We actually have a game coming up this Saturday. Schuylkill River is coming down. They're a Division I men's club. They're a 4th D1 club that we're playing to warm up for the playoffs. And so far, we're undefeated against D1 clubs, which is pretty good.
It's pretty amazing.
Now, how do you get to move up?
Money is a big factor. We
Yeah.
could just say that we wanted to move up, but really, it's more of a club money kind of thing because we would go from playing D1, D2 clubs, which are like 30, 40 minutes around here,
Yeah.
to going up to Philly and going up to New York and Chicago.
money, yeah.
Becomes
And-
regional and
yeah.
travels
Yeah, a
involved.
lot more traveling.
Yeah.
Flipping the bill for that can be a little bit more.
Excruciating.
Especially with you
Absolutely.
drinking, guys. I'm sure you guys like to drink, huh? You
Yeah.
play rugby, right?
They don't call me party boy for nothing.
Yes, he is party boy Dustin Mehan. I brought him in here.
So how many times, Dustin, have you showed up with a horrible hangover to practice, and then you were hungover again for the game, and you won?
That's pretty much every weekend.
Dustin, we had a game down at Raleigh. We had to go travel down to Raleigh to go play them, and of course, Dustin is late for the game with his entire car of people. We get a text about 20 minutes before game time, and it's Dustin half clothed running out of the house like this, and it just said "Classic Mehan." Like,
Oh, that's great. Now, so let me ask you a couple questions about the sport. Now, I always get rugby and Aussie rules kind of mixed up when I'm watching them. Do you guys have to bounce it when you're running with it?
No.
But you do have to always pitch backwards, right? You can't throw it forward.
No forward passes, all laterals. You can only advance the ball by either kicking it or running it forward.
Right.
So
Okay, and then as you're about to get hit, you throw it to the guy next to you. As he's about to get hit, it goes all the way across, blah, blah, blah. So the cameras always follow the ball. So after you get hit and you've let the ball go, do you get up and try to go around and flank the other guy and come back the other way? Like,
it depends. It's offense is really just counting numbers kind of game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 15 on 15. You're just trying to find the gap. So
how many people total on the team?
on our team, we're rolling around with like 40 guys right now in our club. But
Wow.
on the field at a time, we got about 15. It's 15 on 15.
And how often can you sub?
You get in a real league match, you're only supposed to have 6 subs, so you have to use them wisely.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, we got into some overtime games. We've seen some other clubs, especially that we had to play that you go in past 80 minutes and it's tied in a playoff game, and you've used all your subs, and your guys are just dying out there.
I bet.
So.
Now the scrub, when you lock up together and then they roll it in the middle.
Oh yeah.
And then it comes out behind somebody, and they wait a second, and they pick it up off the ground and throw it. you know where it's going to go, right? I mean,
Yeah.
why lock up? Why don't you just pick it up off the ground? Like, what's the point of the scrum?
Well, the scrum is it's off any minor infraction, usually like a knock on or a forward pass, just something accidental.
It's a
But
penalty
it gives.
kick.
While our team, whatever team gets to put the ball in the middle, usually has the advantage because we know when we're going to push.
Right.
Because we can't push each other until the ball's in.
Right.
So it also gives the defense a little bit of a chance to try to steal it. So if you have a really strong scrum, I mean, generally you're supposed to win all your own
You
scrums.
can steal it inside that hole?
Yeah, that's what the hooker does. The hooker tries to snap at it, and the guy in the middle of the scrum, he's trying to kick the ball back and win it for his team.
Oh,
So
okay.
It is.
Now, what are the fastest guys on the team? What position are they usually?
There's going to be the wingers, the guys all the way on edge, just like in in regular football. I
Right.
guess.
Okay.
But
so you try to get it out to them, and they can just scream down the sidelines.
yeah,
Why do you have to dive into the end zone?
because it looks awesome.
Yes, it
so
does.
You have to do it.
Agreed.
You have to. You don't just not do that. Like,
Right.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, but
That's
that
the
is a
only
rule,
reason it
though,
looks
right? That is a rule.
No, you just have to down it. You could just touch it down and do like that. But
So the
if-
point of diving is so that you won't be interrupted.
Yeah, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of spiking the football, though.
Right,
I mean, that's
yeah.
what you want to do.
Ah,
I mean,
yes.
honestly, if people are running on you and stuff like that, sometimes you have to dive. You want to dive just so nobody, because if you
They
put,
can't
you
stop
have to,
your momentum, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to. You can't like knock it on and do it either. So you have to like put it down, and it can't like go forward. It has to like.
But
have
if
a
you're
split
sliding,
second
you
like
can
that.
hold it, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
it.
Oh, and you can slide across the goal line and it
You
still
can slide.
counts?
You usually get one move. They call it a one move kind of thing. So if you hit the deck even like and you're just about a meter out, you could still go like this.
Yeah.
But double moves, it's kind of a ref's kind of call.
Okay.
We're
now,
talking to the Rocky Gorge Rugby Club, national champions, and they have another home game coming up on the 6th, which is in Columbia. You can find out more at pitchero.com. That's pitchero.com.
Well, actually, it's RockyGorgeRugby.com will take
Is it?
you right there.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that too.
okay. Now, another question. When you kick it through the uprights, that's how many points?
It's worth it's worth 3. You could do it during live play, and it has to be what's called a drop kick, so it has to touch
Right.
the ground,
Right.
and that's worth 3. And you could do that any time when people are trying to tackle you and
Right.
stuff like that. Now, if you score a try or a touchdown, which would be like a good way to explain it for
Right.
football listeners, it's worth 2 as the kick
So
after.
Oh, so
a
you
try.
get a kick after no matter what?
Yeah,
How
it-
much is the try worth? 6?
worth 5.
5. Then you get the after kick is worth 2.
Yes.
So you get 7 total points.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're just running down the field and you got a clear shot, you think you can kick it, you just drop kick it through, and that's 3 points.
Yeah.
And then the other team gets the ball right then?
Yeah, no, generally they have to kick back off to you. So it's
Oh, so you
whoever
get the-
scores, they have to kick it back. So
Oh, wow. Now, what's the, man, let me ask you, what's the worst injury you've suffered so far?
Well, I've gone head to head with somebody and
Knock you out?
No, it actually just like. Oh, I'm sorry. It actually just like split my head completely wide open.
Oh, that's
I had,
all. Not a
like
big deal.
Like a 4-inch gash.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly for sure.
I went to school with him, and I'm sure did Doc staple your head up?
Oh yeah. Actually,
They stapled you right up there?
we had a doctor as a coach. Back in college, and he actually stapled me right there on the sideline.
Did you go back in?
That game, no, I didn't.
I mean, it's like Mick Foley, like stapling.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like Doc Davis from Salisbury would literally take you and just like, he's fine, tape him up, he's good to go.
Walk it off.
I remember when I was a kid, Herring Run Park down in the city, there was some rugby guys. And Doc Howard was a sports medicine doctor, whatever they're called, orthopedic, at Union Memorial, I think. And he would play. He would just stitch guys up right on the sidelines. I mean, no numbing, nothing. Just hooking guys and stitching. And he'd run back in. I'm like, Jesus, God. So you played football, though, in gear, and like real football.
Yeah.
And I would imagine, like, when you get hit, a good tackle, it's got to hurt more than when you're in pads and a helmet, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think the only one redeeming thing is just the rules of rugby is because the ball is the offsides line. You always see any hits coming at you.
Right.
So you're never getting that like blindsided, I'm not looking, just get blasted in the back kind of tackle. You always see everything coming at you.
And have you guys ever been just annihilated by a team? Like they were so good, you were just like got annihilated. Is that creepy?
More than once.
Like, is that just a reminder of how good guys can be?
Yeah. I've had a couple of playoff runs, especially in college, where I've been blown out pretty bad, and I just like look at it. I'm like, I worked so hard, and this this guy is so much better. I don't
Now,
under-
that's an
understand.
interesting thing, Eric. Like, you're a pretty thick guy. What are you, 250?
Yeah, about 250, 260.
Yeah, and what are you,
hover around there.
6'1"?
About 6 foot.
Okay.
I was 6'1", but all the years of going like this, I swear, it's compacted me.
Right. And
Because you guys are the annihilators now, though. I would think you keep winning and winning. You haven't lost a game this season. I mean, these are the ones right here.
But I mean, for a 250, 260-pound guy to run nonstop for 80 minutes, I mean,
yeah, why are you still so big?
well, but that's a
Shouldn't you
great
lose some of
question.
that?
Yeah, the hell's wrong with you, you fat ass? Get on the ball. But are you more of a blocker type position? Like, what's your position?
I play the prop, so every time and when you're talking about the scrum down, I'm going to be one of those guys at the front of that melee right
But when
there.
when your whole team's running down the field and they're doing their laterals, where are you in that?
I'm in there getting the ball. Generally, we try to do stuff where we're forwards, Dustin and I. So,
Okay.
with the forwards, our general job is we're going to play with the ball and take it in tight. We want to just try to suck in as many people as we can. Our kind of idea is you give it to the big guys and they go wham, 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 draw people in to stop us.
Yeah.
And that creates the space for our fast guys to look good out there.
We're more like in the trenches, I guess.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Now here's a question: how does the other team get the ball? If you fumble?
There's lots of different ways. Generally, I mean, you could just literally, if you come into a tackle, the guy, if you're both on your feet, he could just rip the ball away from you.
Right.
Otherwise, you got to win it either by us making a mistake and you getting a penalty back, or winning in the ruck and breakdown situation. Because anytime there's a tackle, the hardest thing to kind of understand in a rugby game is seeing when the ruck is formed. And that's basically when the ball goes down, there's like a small gate that you can protect basically where the ball is. Guys ruck over it on our team to try to secure that. That's why you can see like a stoppage in play. You'll see like guys over top of the ball, and then there's like nobody's moving. They're just kind of stopped like that. That's because while that ruck is formed, they can't cross that ruck until the ball's out again.
Question.
Now,
Now
you can win the ball back on defense by
they have to
only
roll
coming
it through their legs, though, or something, right?
You're
Backwards?
thinking of like rugby league. They do that a lot.
Oh, okay.
Rugby league, they don't have rucks. They just roll it through their legs to
Yeah.
simulate that.
Yeah.
But in full 15s and international rugby and stuff like that, they have to have ruckers. So when there is a ruck set up, the defense can try to challenge it, but it has to be through that very small gate. So you can try to have a big guy just blow it up and then ruck over the ball. And generally, it's like if you make like a big tackle like in the backfield, and we got all the momentum, their guys are coming back around, so we have all the momentum. We're going to drive over the ball and win it back.
So, do you guys get a lot of fans that come out? Is this a pretty popular sport in the country?
I mean, yeah, we definitely on a nice Saturday when it's not raining, we'll definitely have a good couple. Like 100 or maybe 200 people, especially for the playoff games. When Gorge Cup comes, which is April 20th, that's our all-day tournament where we actually host all colleges all over the Maryland, Virginia area.
Oh, wow, okay.
And they come and it culminates with our playoff game that day. So
you have your own cup. Look at that.
Yeah, we have the Gorge Cup. It's a huge, huge experience. Love to see. And there's lots of good local rugby teams like in Maryland. I mean, Salisbury is actually poised in like the top 2 right now in the nation.
Wow.
And they lost the national championship last year, and they're trying to go back.
Again?
And Towson and Salisbury have a huge rivalry. They're also really good. They're always ranked in the top 10. So there's a lot of good rugby going around.
Where is rugby the most popular?
Definitely
New Zealand?
in England, New Zealand.
yeah.
I mean, that's where rugby started.
Wales.
Was in England.
South Africa.
South Africa. It's huge.
Wow.
Did you see Invictus?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's
Great film.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Do you think it'll ever catch on, or do you think it's going to suffer the same fate as soccer, where it's kind of a niche thing, and people that love it, and people that don't get it, just it sits there?
I don't know. I think it can be one of those things that catches on, especially they do so college sevens on NBC now, and that's starting to pick up. And I think it's kind of a sport where like the average football fan or the average hockey fan could pick up and just really enjoy the intensity of it.
I like watching it when it's on TV. I'm not going to lie. I don't understand all of it.
You have to go to some of the live games. They're a lot of fun. And that's coming up on the 6th. It's a home game. Where can people go watch this again?
Yeah, you can catch us home game on the 6th, taking on Schuylkill River, huge D1 club. That'll be at the East Columbia Library, which is right on Cradle Rock in Columbia, Maryland.
Nice.
Also, check out our website, RockyGorgeRugby.com. We actually have a nice little donation page because it did cost us like over $30,000 to get out to Colorado last year to even compete for a national title.
I remember that.
So please click on that. It's a nice little $10 donation if you'd like to help us out, make our way back out there, so we don't have to front the whole bill again.
Yeah. So how much it cost each guy? Like $800 or something?
It was good. Actually, our president, Tracy Hall, did an amazing job fundraising. We actually needed about $30,000, and we raised close to like $28,000.
Oh, that's amazing. So the rest of you guys split it up or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we had to pay for our plane tickets, but they ended up reimbursing us for like part of it.
Nice.
Our hotel rooms got paid for. So
That's beautiful.
We'll make it off to another
great.
national championship.
Absolutely, that's the goal.
All right.
All right, well, good luck.
Maryland.
Eric, Mehan, thanks, guys. Good to see you.
Guys.
Thank you.
All righty.
38online.com.